You are entering a new romantic cycle. Be careful who you trust. My dear, if you are listening to this now, it's not by chance. I'm speaking to you because something in your life is about to change, and your heart needs to be prepared for what's to come. You may have already felt it, a small change within you, a quiet feeling that something new is beginning. Even if you can't fully explain it yet, your heart is opening again, little by little. After everything you've been through, you haven't closed yourself off completely. You've remained kind. You've remained welcoming. And that's something very special. But pay attention, because what I'm about to tell you will bring you an alert to the urgent message coming from heaven for your life. And I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel to attract more protection from heaven and alerts for your life. Share this content with other people who need to hear this direct revelation from heaven. But listen carefully. Not everyone who approaches you in this new phase will come with good intentions. Some people will see your light and be drawn to it. But being drawn to your light doesn't mean they know how to nurture it. Very soon, someone may enter your life or get closer than before. This person may speak in a way that conveys affection. They may give you attention. They may make you feel seen. For a moment, you may feel that this is what you've been waiting for. But I need you to take it slow. Don't trust someone completely so quickly. Take it slow. Observe. Listen. Because true love doesn't manifest in the first few days. It manifests in what remains constant over time. Pay attention to the small details. Does this person keep their promises? Do they treat you with the same affection every day? Or do they change, distancing themselves when you start to feel closer? These small signs are very important. Your heart already knows the difference between peace and confusion. When something is right, you feel calm. When something is wrong, you feel insecure. Even if everything seems fine on the outside, don't ignore this feeling. This new love cycle isn't here to hurt you. It's here to teach you to choose better, to help you see clearly, to help you protect your heart, allowing love to enter. There is someone who will be right for you. Someone who won't make you question your worth. Someone who won't disappear or make you feel like you're too much. But before that person fully appears, you may face a test. A situation where you'll have to choose between what seems exciting and what seems peaceful. The excitement can be intense. The peace is serene. And often, people confuse the two. The wrong person can awaken strong emotions very quickly, but they also bring confusion. The right person brings calm from the very beginning, and that's what you should remember. You don't need to rush. You don't need to cling to someone just because that person appeared. You have the right to observe. You have the right to take a step back. You have the right to say, "This doesn't seem right to me," and walk away. This is your power. You learned from your past. Even if it hurt, it taught you something. And now, you are no longer the same person. You are stronger. You see more. You feel more clearly. And that's why this moment matters so much. Because what you choose now will shape what comes next. So, when that new person appears, when that new connection begins, remember my words. Go slowly. Trust actions more than words. Choose peace over confusion. And most importantly, choose yourself first. Because when you choose yourself, you also choose the kind of love that will remain. And that kind of love is already finding its way to you. And as this new cycle continues to unfold, you will begin to notice something changing inside you. You will not feel the same urgency you once felt before. You will not feel the need to chase, to prove, or to hold on tightly to someone who is not meeting you with the same energy. Instead, you will feel more still, more aware, more in control of your own heart. And this is where your true strength begins to show. Because before, you may have believed that love required effort from only one side. You may have thought that if you just gave a little more, waited a little longer, things would become what you hoped for. But now, you are learning something different. Love is not something you build alone. Love grows when two people choose each other, again and again, through their actions. Not just through words, not just in the beginning, but over time. And this is exactly what you must watch for. There may be moments when someone says all the right things. They may promise. They may explain. They may even apologize. But watch what happens after that. Do they stay the same? Or do they return to the same behavior that made you question them before? Consistency is truth. Anything else is only a moment. You deserve more than moments. You deserve something that stays. And the angels want you to understand something very important right now. Just because someone comes into your life during this new cycle does not mean they are meant to stay. Some people arrive only to show you how much you have grown. They show you the difference between who you used to be and who you are becoming. And when you see that difference, you gain clarity. You begin to understand what you will accept and what you will no longer allow. This clarity is a gift, even if it feels uncomfortable at first, because sometimes seeing the truth means letting go of what you hoped for. But letting go is not losing. Letting go is making space. Space for something better. Space for something real. There's a connection ahead of you that will not confuse your heart. It will not leave you guessing. It will not make you feel like you are asking for too much just by wanting honesty and respect. This connection will feel different. At first, it may even feel unfamiliar because you're used to intensity. You are used to emotional highs and lows. But this will feel steady. And steady is not boring. Steady is safe. Steady is real. And real love does not need to be loud to be strong. It simply needs to be true. As you move forward, remember to stay present. Do not let your past control your decisions. But also, do not forget what it taught you. Use that wisdom. Use that awareness. Let it guide you gently, not with fear, but with clarity. You are not here to repeat old stories. You are here to write a new one where your heart is respected, one where your feelings are valued, one where you do not feel alone, even when you are with someone. And this is possible for you, but it begins with one simple choice: choosing who you trust. So when the moment comes, when someone stands in front of you with interest, with attention, with words that seem right, pause, breathe, feel. Ask yourself, does this bring me peace? Or does this bring me confusion? Because your answer will guide you. And I will be with you in that moment, quietly, gently, helping you see what your heart already knows. And there is something else you need to know, something that has not been fully revealed to you yet. Because this new love cycle will not begin in a loud or obvious way. It will begin with a feeling, a moment that seems small, almost easy to ignore, but that moment will carry a hidden message. You may meet someone unexpectedly, or someone from your past may suddenly return, acting differently, speaking differently, trying to reconnect. And for a second, your heart may hesitate, not because you don't understand what is happening, but because a part of you already senses that this moment is important. This is where your awareness must stay awake. Because not everything that returns is meant to stay, and not everything that feels strong is meant to last. The angels showed that one person connected to this cycle will try to come closer with intensity. Their energy may feel magnetic. They may say things that touch your emotions quickly. They may make you feel chosen in a way you haven't felt in a long time. But there will be something small, something subtle that doesn't fully align. Maybe it's a delay in their actions. Maybe it's a pattern that repeats. Maybe it's a feeling you cannot explain. Do not ignore that, because that small detail is not random. It is the sign. And this is where many hearts make the same mistake. They see the sign. They feel the doubt, but they choose to stay anyway, hoping things will change, hoping the person will become what they imagined. But you are not here to imagine love. You are here to experience truth. And truth does not ask you to ignore your intuition. Truth feels clear, even when it's quiet. Now listen carefully, because the angels revealed something very specific. There will be a moment very soon where you will have to make a choice without having all the answers. A moment where everything seems almost right, but not fully. And in that moment, your decision will open one of two paths. One path leads to repeating an old emotional story. The same confusion, the same questions, the same feeling of giving more than you receive. But the other path leads to something you have never fully experienced before. A connection where you feel safe, where you feel seen without needing to prove yourself, where you do not have to question where you stand. But to reach that path, you must be willing to walk away from what is unclear, even when it feels tempting to stay, even when your heart wants to believe. Because real love does not need you to convince yourself. Real love meets you with the same certainty you offer. And here's the part that may surprise you. The moment you choose yourself, the moment you say, "This is not enough for me," something will shift immediately. Not slowly, not eventually, immediately. Because the energy around you will change. And when your energy changes, the type of people who can reach you also changes. The one who brings confusion will feel the distance. They may pull back, or they may try harder, sensing that they are losing your attention. But pay attention to this. Are they changing their actions, or only increasing their words? Because words are easy when someone feels they're losing control. But real change is shown in behavior. And at the same time, someone else, someone quieter, someone more aligned, will begin to move closer into your life. You may not notice them at first, because they will not come with chaos. They will not come with pressure. They will come with calm. And calm is something your heart is still learning to recognize as safe. This is why this moment matters so much, because the wrong choice will feel familiar, and the right choice may feel unfamiliar, but peaceful. And now, there's one final thing the angels need you to understand. Because this is not just about love. It is about your identity, who you are becoming. You are no longer the person who ignores red flags. You are no longer the person who waits endlessly. You are no longer the person who accepts less just to avoid being alone. You are becoming someone who sees clearly, someone who chooses wisely, someone who protects her heart without closing it. And this transformation is what will define everything that comes next. So when the moment arrives, and it will arrive soon, do not rush. Do not get lost in emotions. Stay present. Stay aware. Because what you choose in that moment will quietly shape your future in ways you cannot yet imagine. And as that moment gets closer, you may start to feel something unusual inside you. Not fear, but a quiet tension. Like your heart is trying to tell you. Pay attention this time. Before, you may have ignored this feeling. You may have pushed it aside, choosing to believe in what you hoped was true instead of what you actually felt. But now it will be harder to ignore, because you are different. You are more aware, and awareness makes the truth louder. The angels are showing that when this situation unfolds, there will be a very specific sign. It will not be dramatic. It will not be obvious to everyone, but it will be clear to you. A pause in their effort, a contradiction in their words, a moment where what they do does not match what they said. And in that exact moment, time will feel slower. You will feel it. That quiet voice inside you will speak, softly but firmly. This is not right. And this is where everything changes. Because most people hear that voice, but they do not listen. They continue. They excuse. They wait. But you are not being guided to do that anymore. You are being guided to choose differently, to trust that voice, even if it means stepping back, even if it means disappointing someone, even if it means walking away from something that almost felt like what you wanted. Because almost is not what your heart deserves, and the angels are protecting you from almost. They are guiding you toward real, toward something that does not leave you guessing, something that does not create questions in your mind at night, something that does not make you feel small just to keep it. And here is the deeper truth. The reason this new love cycle is happening now is because you are ready to stop accepting confusion as love. You are ready to experience something stable. But stability requires a new kind of strength. The strength to say no. The strength to wait. The strength to walk away from what is not aligned, even when it feels difficult. And the moment you do that, something powerful begins to unfold behind the scenes. The angels showed that there is a connection being prepared for you. A connection that will not rush into your life with intensity, but will grow with intention. This person will not try to impress you with words alone. They will show you, through actions, that they are present. They will listen. They will respect your space. They will not make you feel like you are asking for too much. And when you meet this energy, you may feel something unexpected, relief, because for the first time, your heart will not feel like it has to work so hard to be understood. It will simply be. But before that arrives fully, you must pass through this moment of choice. And this choice is quiet. No one else will see it the way you do. No one else will feel what you feel. But you will know, and that knowing is enough. So when everything feels like it is pulling you forward, pause. When your emotions start to rise, breathe. When something feels slightly off, do not silence it, because your heart is not trying to confuse you. It is trying to protect you. And I am with you in that moment, guiding you, watching over you, helping you see clearly what once felt hidden. You are not alone in this. Even when things feel uncertain, even when you don't have all the answers, you are being guided. And very soon, everything that feels unclear right now will begin to reveal itself, piece by piece, until there is no more doubt left in your heart. And when that clarity finally arrives, it will not feel confusing. It will feel quiet, certain, undeniable. You will not need to ask anyone what it means. You will not need to search for answers, because the answer will already be inside you. This is how truth feels. It does not chase you. It settles in your heart gently, but firmly. And in that moment, you will look back and understand everything that once felt unclear. You will see the signs you almost ignored. You will remember the feeling you tried to silence. And you will realize you were always being guided. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every moment taught you how to see more clearly. Every disappointment showed you what you truly deserve. And now, you are standing in a different place. A place where your heart is no longer easily confused. A place where your peace matters more than temporary emotions. The angels want you to trust this version of yourself. Trust the way you feel now. Trust the way you pause before giving your energy. Trust the way you question what does not feel right. Because this is not fear. This is wisdom. And wisdom protects what is valuable. Very soon, you will notice a shift in how you respond to people. Things that once impressed you will no longer have the same effect. Empty words will feel empty. Inconsistent behavior will stand out immediately. And you will no longer feel the need to explain your standards. You will simply hold them, quietly, confidently. And that confidence will change everything, because the wrong people will no longer feel comfortable staying close to you. They will sense that they cannot confuse you, that they cannot give little and still keep your attention. And without needing to fight, without needing to argue, they will fade away. This is part of your protection. This is how your path becomes clear, not by force, but by alignment. And as the space opens around you, as the noise begins to disappear, you will feel something new entering your life. Not suddenly, not loudly, but steadily. A presence that feels different from the beginning. This person will not rush you. They will not overwhelm you with intensity. They will meet you where you are, step by step, with honesty, with consistency, with calm. And at first, you may not even recognize how important this is, because it will feel simple, natural, easy. But that is exactly how real love begins. Not with confusion, not with doubt, but with peace. And this peace will feel unfamiliar at first, only because you are not used to it. But your heart will recognize it, slowly, gently, until one day you realize you are no longer waiting. You are no longer questioning. You are simply experiencing. And that is when you will understand the full meaning of this warning. It was never meant to scare you. It was meant to prepare you, to help you see the difference between what looks like love and what truly is love. So as you continue forward, stay present, stay aware, stay connected to that quiet voice inside you, because it will guide you every step of the way. And when the next moment arrives, when the next person stands in front of you, you will not feel lost. You will feel ready, ready to choose differently, ready to choose wisely, ready to choose a love that finally feels like home. And when you begin to feel that sense of home inside your own heart, everything around you starts to change. You stop looking for someone to complete you. You stop hoping that another person will fix what once felt broken, because you realize you were never incomplete. You were only learning how to protect your energy, learning how to listen to yourself, learning how to walk away from what does not honor you. And now, you carry that understanding with you, quietly but powerfully. The angels want you to notice how far you have come. There was a time when you would have stayed longer than you should, a time when you would have ignored the signs, a time when you would have given more chances, even when your heart was already tired. But now, something is different. Now, you feel when something is not right. And more importantly, you respect that feeling. This is your growth. This is your protection. And this is what makes this new love cycle so important. Because this time, you are not entering it the same way. You are entering it with open eyes, with a calm heart, with the strength to pause instead of rushing forward. And this is exactly why the right connection will finally be able to find you. Because the right person is not looking for someone to chase. They are looking for someone who understands themselves, someone who knows their value, someone who does not lose themselves in the presence of another. And that is who you are becoming, step by step, choice by choice, moment by moment. So when things begin to unfold, when people come closer, when emotions start to rise again, remember this: you do not need to react immediately. You do not need to give everything all at once. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to feel safe before you open completely. This is not distance. This is wisdom. And the more you honor that, the more your life will begin to reflect it. Because the energy you carry teaches others how to treat you. If you rush, they rush. If you accept confusion, they give confusion. But if you stay grounded, if you choose clarity, if you walk away from what feels uncertain, you create a space where only something real can stay. And that space is forming around you right now. Even if you cannot fully see it yet, even if everything still feels a little unclear, things are aligning, quietly, carefully, in your favor. The angels are guiding what you cannot see. They are closing doors that would have brought you pain. They are slowing things down to protect your heart. They are helping you notice what truly matters. And soon, very soon, you will look around and realize that everything is different. Not because the world changed, but because you did. Because you chose to listen. Because you chose to grow. Because you chose yourself. And that choice, that quiet, powerful decision, is what will lead you to the love that was always meant for you.